Great to have you join us on our program, Issues and Society. Issues and Society is a program designed to showcase activities within and outside the shores of Nigeria. It is a program that discusses issues as it concerns our everyday lives. I am Zainab Ubiti. Today on the program, we have a media consultant, a man with many parts. Join us again after this commercial break.
Hello there, it's good to have you join us once again on our program Issues and Society. Well, on the program today we have a special guest, a man who needs little or no introduction. He is in the person of Mr. Seyi Adesina, the SA of Special Assistant Project to the Minister of State, Federal Capital Territory, FCT here in Abuja. So it's indeed a pleasure having you on the program.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prosper.
Good. We've heard so much about the man they call Seyi Adesina, Seyi Adesina, Seyi Adesina. Who is Seyi Adesina?
Thank you so very much. In a nutshell, my name is Seyi Adesina. I'm the Special Assistant on Media, Projects and Developments to the Honorable Minister of State, FCT, Dr. Ramatu Tijani Aliyu. Thank you.
Well, you're going to take us through a whole lot of things about yourself, growing up, what growing up was like, what your philosophies about life. But we're going to take them one after the other. Tell us, Mr. Seyi, what was it like growing up?
Growing up is it's quite challenging, and if I don't know where you want me to start from actually, but in a nutshell, I like normal child at age 11, I lost my dad. If you call it today, what they call born with a silver spoon before age of 11. Yeah, but after age of 11, it was like in Yoruba they say akpata dide, like just like the whole thing just went so bad. I remember vividly. My mother sold her jewelries, sold her clothes to send her to school. It was so tough. And when I finished my secondary school at just like going to be 16, I look around. When I was going to like 19 years, I just look at the host. Set up in the village. Then I say, if I continue this way, I think I'm going to end up in poverty. I'm a very daring person. I like taking risk in life. At going to 11, I put my little clothing into a nylon bag of ₦1 then. I can't forget in a hurry. I left for Lagos. Not know where I was going. I know I have a friend in Obalinde. If you're very versatile with Lagos Island, Obalinde, and on getting there, we started it. I slept outside for like a year. I've seen a year. Yeah, no place to sleep. I slept outside. The name of it was Foresight in Lagos Island those days. I can't forget in memory. I can remember the house vividly. Number 18, Foresight Street. I can't forget in a hurry. As soon as they slept in that house, we were just moving around, say around 11, no, around 12. They sneaking and slept outside here, with some big rats and everything. Just this, I'm telling you the gospel truth. As early as 4 a.m., we have to find a way of leaving that place and move around places. And along the line, after like a year thereabout, I got a job as a vendor. If you are very concerned with Lagos Island, people Tinubu in Lagos Island and SMS, I sold newspaper from Tinubu to Semes and Varus. And I did that for like 1.5 years in Lagos Island. And as God will have his way, my head was still very intact because I know where I was coming from. I got admission to, we have 2 universities in Nigeria on the latter mode, University of Lagos and others. I got admission to the University of Lagos, and I doing that as well. Myself and a few of my friends, then we will look for where they are having party in Lagos Island. We have a white shirt, we have a black trouser, we put it on. Nobody invited us, but all we're looking for is, let me give you a very good story. Before I got admission, at a particular time I was seriously hungry. There was no food to eat for a whole day. We slept to the next day. It was going to around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. I don't know where food is coming from. I went, that's it. If, like I said, if you are very bothered with Lagos Island, that this General Hospital, they call it Campbell Street in Lagos. Yes, General Hospital there. I have at the back of my mind that, look, people come there to sell food. So I went to see the medical doctor. I told him that I'm not feeling too fine. Malaria and that stuff. The doctor tested and all that, whatever. He said, I need to take injection. Have I eaten? I said, no, I've not eaten. He said, you have to come and eat. Instantly, I called the woman. I said, I need to eat to take my drug. Can you sell food for me? Oh, I can't forget the whole prosper. She sold the food. I finished the whole plate. I asked her to give me another second plate. All my intention was that let me just eat part of that food. I ate part of that food. I told her that I'm coming to ease myself. Prosper, I ran. I left the place back to where I was coming from. What brought me there was hunger. I was hungry, believe me. So, coming back to what I was telling you, with the University of Lagos, after my lecture, I can't remember a day that I spent my evening in University of Lagos. I spent it outside, go to sell ladies' bra, pants. I don't know what they call it nowadays, but those days, that this weave on ladies have, about 401 or whatever name they call it, those, I noticed, after selling it, I come to campus, I give my roommate, they know how to cook. I don't know how to cook at all. They cook and everything. It interests you to know that about 2 of my friends there now, they are professors, University of Lagos. One is head of department at Faculty of Science, University of Lagos. The other one too is a professor as well. That one was my secondary school classmate. And because of my background, everybody was expecting that I should graduate and look for a job. After my school, I said I'm not going to work for anybody. I said I have flares for media, and I think I went to NTA those days. I think that this Abike Dabiri then was a news line. Remember? Yeah. Those are my people that really advised me those days. I can't forget some people that put me through in journalism those days. That's I just started, and I don't went to my mother that I want to get married.
Let's before you take us to your marriage, but let's go back to the village.
Okay.
Tell us, what are those activities in the village that you can't find in the city that you were so abreast? I can remember those days when we were in the village. There's this tired game you roll, and just sometimes you walk like the king of the village. What are those village part of?
Yeah, believe me, I think poverty will not allow me to do certain things. A lot of those things there, I saw poverty. at a point we when we're about to eat, all of us we ate in one plate. At a point, we have like meat there, but you will know after finish eating, the meat will be returned back to the pot. So it will give an idea of how my childhood was after I lost my father. It was a very, very terrible thing. And let me use this opportunity to really advise men today that got married, invest in your wife. Believe you me, that's really your greatest investment in life. And if you are convinced, maybe whatever thing you have in this world, whatever property you have, do it in your wife's name. It will help a lot, because the result why we went to poverty then is because the whole family came and took everything away from my mother. From my mother. So I had my own. We went to the river, all that last stuff. That's why I can remember those days, because you trek to the farm, you will walk after getting to the farm.
And you back
And
with
you
those swings.
exactly.
Swings.
Oh, sure.
And
So
now there's this notion that in this train, I wouldn't know. If I say in this train, you go there very early in the morning to scoop water that you drink. Then later in that same day, you bathe in that same stream.
oh, sure.
Then they say in the morning it will have washed off.
I can tell you, but that's exactly that's the honest truth.
Wow.
The same water we drank, the same water, that's what you did.
Wow.
Yeah. And then before I was telling you about the University of Lagos.
Yes.
After when I got married, I just have was able to rent. I rented a room self-contained. I call it a room and a parlor self-contained today. I remember I was able to buy rug in my sitting room, carpet in my parlor. I don't have a bed. I don't have a foam. I don't have chairs.
Wow.
Believe you me. But the young lady believes so much in me, and the rest becomes story today. And so, the grace of God, I cannot quantify it with anything. And during my programs on television, God will be privileged to meet a lot of persons in this country. I've had interview with governors, with ministers, with presidents.
We're going to come to that part of the life. Now, see, now the village boy coming to the city and having gone through all the rigors of the battering of life. Tell us, how did you propose to Madam?
I'll tell you for free. I think we were in First Square Gospel Church then. I think you know something that's very funny to you. I think I had barely just maybe three trousers then. Wow. Yeah, okay. At times I will watch one and use fan to dry it. That's the truth. I'll be waiting for light. I'll wait for light to come so that I quickly use the light to press it. I just after the Bible study on a Tuesday, and I saw her. I just ran after her and bust up. I said, I want to marry you. She laughed and laughed. I was so small. She laughed and laughed. But of course, the whole thing becomes story today. Yeah.
Now, there's another part to your life, and that's the part of a big heart. We know that you're somebody who is, for want of a better word, called a philanthropist. You have taught so many lives. What is the inspiration?
Big question. My background, with what I went through in life, it humbled me. It made me see life in various parameters. If you say you are hungry, I've been there before. I know how to live when there was none. I know how to live in plenty because I've gone through it. Second, I'm a Christian. I understand what the Bible um, um, teaches me rather. So those are things that form my being a very highlighted. I have this mindset is as well that people I have a very large heart of forgiveness. I don't keep if I'm angry with you, you will definitely know I'm angry with you. When I'm done with that, I'm done with that as if it has never happened.
Yes, I know we talked about growing up and that. What state are you from?
I'm from Ondo State, of course. I'm from Ondo State.
Which of the local government, which of the tribes?
October local government, Ikale. Yeah.
And so, what are the unique things to Ikale? Because I mean, we know that most local government, most villages, and so they have something that is very key to them. In Ikale, what is?
Is it in either Ikale or in Ondo State?
No, in Ikale, your
We're very industrious people. We don't give up. We don't give in. Whatever cause we believe in, we follow it. Pari passu. Like I said. And we're not lazy people. And we're very loyal people. Yeah.
Now, when you look at the family, your wife and your three kids, there are some people who are good husbands and there are some who are good fathers. And the women we see some fathers tilt more to their kids and the kids say father is more. In that family circle, how do you see yourself? Is it a good daddy, a good husband, or you find a way of walking around everybody?
I've married by October 24, my marriage will be 24 years. I've been a very good. I think the question you're asking me should be better answered by my wife and my kids. But on a very serious note, I think I know and I think I've been a very good husband, a very good father. I'm a friend. I take everybody in the house. We're friends. We relate like pal.
I know that you're a very good committed Christian. Are you looking forward to becoming a Christian?
See, this is national television, and it depends on what my being a pastor. In my own way, I'm a pastor. In my own way, because a pastor is not somebody that preach on the pulpit.
No, we are looking at you now. Are you looking forward to anytime soon, taking up the pulpit and you preaching the gospel in the church as
Maybe I will leave that one for God.
Now you are a very fashionistic person. Can you tell us
Well, let me tell you gospel truth. That's one of my role model. I met over almost a decade is 10 years, right? Yeah, almost 2 decades. 2 decades, 20, almost 20 years now. She's an amiable young woman. Anytime you went to interview her, I used to look at her fashion style. Maybe just at the thing that really part of. Yes, I love fashion, but seeing her then really moved me to. And that I think now she's my boss.
Wow.
The Honorable Minister of State of City, Dr. Ramatuti Aliyu. And I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to her. If you are listening to me, you're such a woman with sterling qualities, with monumental accomplishments. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity given to me, the platform given to me to serve. I never take this for granted. I'm extremely very grateful to you. God bless you.
There you have it.
Wow, that was awesome. We've come to the end of today's episode. Join us again next week on Issues and Society. My name is Zainab Obitin. Thanks for watching.